Well, we all know just how tough it is to make it to the pro level and even college in the sport that you love. It can be even harder getting your name out there when living in a small community. Add injuries on top of that, and many find it definitely inconceivable. But for one Valley Lady Patriot senior, she's not one to shy away from competition. In fact, you could say that her setbacks have molded her into the strong woman she is today.
Approximately an hour and a half northeast of Lubbock, you'll find Turkey, Texas, a small, quiet town whose main claim to fame is being the hometown of Country Music Hall of Famer fiddler, singer, and songwriter in Bob Wills.
You know, we're a town about 300 and bring in the culture of Bob Wills.
Just under 10 miles west of there, you'll hit Kittiquay, and along that drive at the halfway point sits Valley High School. It may not look it, but it's home to some of the best basketball in the state. Today, it's just any usual practice ahead of any other home game for Reese Cruse and the Lady Patriots, something Reese has done her entire life.
All the way back to kindergarten. Just my parents getting me into the gym.
And to say basketball is life would be an understatement for the Cruse family, with both Reese's parents basketball coaches.
It's in my blood, a little bit.
Several accolades throughout the early stages of her high school career, fueling her drive of being on the court. But on May 8th, 2021, during an AAU game, Reese with a fall. Only this time,
I knew something was wrong.
She's not getting up.
Pretty much knew something had happened, just didn't know the extent of the injury at the time.
I was crying and crying. And then my dad was like, came out there, helped me up. And I was like, it's not. I remember just like looking at my coach, because Coach Bowles was there, and I was just like, I'm so sorry.
Try not to think negative things at the time, but I knew that it was not going to be good whenever it happened.
Upon further evaluation, Reese has torn her left ACL.
It was heartbreaking. It was a really big shock, to be honest. It's just something we had never considered.
An unknown road with an uncertain future. But the main thing on Reese's mind that night?
The crazy thing is, later that night, I had prom. So I was in a wheelchair all night, and I was just trying to make the best of it.
Reese battled through prom and began her battle back to the court, trading basketballs for medicine balls and a district opponent for a physical therapist, adopting a new lifestyle, hoping to regain her old.
I mean, she pushed herself probably more than what I wanted her to.
I just had a goal to make it back before the second half of district.
In December of Reese's sophomore season, she made her return.
Very exciting. I was very nervous. And whenever I took my first shot and I made it, I was like, okay, I got this. Like, I'm back.
I knew the security part of it was going to come back eventually. It's just the fact of, you know, trusting her knees, trusting what she could and couldn't do out on the floor.
The Lady Patriots cruised through district play and, frankly, most of the playoffs, ending in the region finals. 1 year later, midway now through Reese's junior season, the Lady Patriots met with Canadian in a tournament hosted in Childress.
There was something that was off that day.
Just 5 minutes into the game, Reese, with one of basketball's simplest plays, leaves her in an uncomfortable and oh so familiar position.
She fell down, she kind of let out a little cry, and then I just kept thinking, just get up.
Like, I can't. So she helped me up, and then I was sitting on the end of the bench with Coach Ramsey, and I was like, it happened again, like, it's again, everything.
I knew, but I was trying to convince her that let's see what it is, you know, let's get it looked at, and maybe it's not as severe as what you think.
Reese has now torn her other ACL.
Of course, the stands all kind of looked at us. Just in that moment, I thought, we can do the physical part. It's the mental part that I just thought, not again.
Now with her junior season over, perhaps questions rose if her basketball career was over as well.
After the second one, I feel like there was a lot of ups and downs with it, but mentally, I think a lot of girls would have just thrown in the towel, and she fought through it every day.
We kind of talked about, like, if I do want to play college basketball, and I was like, I do want to play. Like, I just want to play so bad, and I just want more time on that court.
Really, the last 2 years, I think it's taught all of us, all of our little family, not to ever take anything for granted. And I always say, do it while you can, because you just don't ever know.
Reese back in the lab, working to make yet another comeback. Never giving up, the setback leading to the ultimate comeback as she plays in her senior year. Upon finding her confidence to play the game she loves again, a new opportunity, a scholarship to play basketball at the next level for Hardin-Simmons University.
I don't know, it's a true blessing that I can have another opportunity to play more basketball. I was just super excited, and I remember just kind of crying and stuff because my mom was talking about my injuries, and I don't know, I was just super excited.
Reese's resiliency and now her future in place, leading up to the moment to stand tall, walk out with her parents, with the Valley community around them, and play on senior night.
We pretty much went through all the emotions with her, but just to see a smile day in and day out is priceless.
Reese and the Lady Patriots are the #1 team in Class 1A and into the regular season not only with another district title, but having won 30 games in a row. They'll face Miami tomorrow for the bi-district title.